turn the dial, the show's begun, where ideas spark and dreams are spun, in a world of layers and endless hue. Kern makes it all for me and you. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building up those crazy schemes, from plastic lines to masterpiece. This is the place where wonders increase. Step inside the workshop zone, where every print stands on its own, with laughter, pride, and lessons shared. Kern makes the magic we're prepared. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building up those crazy schemes, from plastic lines to
Welcome everybody.
This is the place where wonders increase. Wheels are spinning, hearts are grinning, innovation's just beginning. Layer by layer it comes alive. Kern makes, keeps the dream alive. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building up those crazy schemes, from plastic lines to masterpiece. This is the place where wonder increase. Wonders increase. Wonders increase.
We're just getting started, everybody. Bear with me.
Turn the dial, the show's begun, where ideas spark and dreams are spun, in a world of layers and endless hue. Kern makes it all for me and you. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building up those crazy schemes, from plastic lines to masterpiece. This is the place where wonders increase. Step inside the workshop zone, where every print stands on its own, with laughter, pride, and lessons shared. Kern makes the magic we're prepared. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building
How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing well.
from plastic lines to
Part 2 of the DUENDER project.
This is the place where wonders increase. Wheels are spinning, hearts are grinning, innovation's just beginning. Layer by layer.
I do apologize, we got a little delay. I didn't have quite a few things that I needed, so.
Kern makes, keeps the dream alive. Kern makes 3D printing dreams, building up those crazy schemes, from plastic
All right.
to masterpiece.
Is everybody ready?
This is the place where
I think we are good to go.
increase.
I think we are good to go, chat.
Increase.
And of course, that is not going to work tonight because it's not programmed for this. What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Back to the part 2 of the DUENDER project. My name is Captain Kern. That's what I go by on the internet anyhow. But y'all can call me Captain, you can call me Kern, you can call me anything you want as long as it's something nice because we thrive on kindness here. Yeah. Oh, Superman does not look like Kevin Reeves. Anyhow, let's show you guys the progress that we've made so far. I got to do this manually. I need 30 extrusions. I need everything, bro. Ta-da! Yeah, we have a new camera, not new camera, we have rearranged the cameras. So we have a better overhead view as well as a view towards me. Uh, Click that. Oh, are you kidding me? Back. Dismiss the poll. How you doing, Havoc? Zenny's18. I've been doing a lot of stretching today. I don't think I need to do anymore, but I appreciate the sentiment there. But yeah, we are back with this beauty right here, the Ender Duo. This is made out of 2 Ender 3s. Actually, yeah, they're not even Ender 3 Pros. They're just Ender 3s. And we're going to be doing cleanup on it a little bit later because it's gotten awfully dusty. But tonight we're going to be working on the Z-axis as well as the Y-axis and the X-axis. Now, there was something that I noticed with this. There was something, you started printing parts for the inertia. Oh my gosh, Havoc. Really? Nice. Very nice. And, you know, the this is one of the simpler things. Now, you guys may have noticed. Let me bring this up here. I have done a few things. You blame Killer for that? I blame Killer for everything anymore. The guy's got more money than sense. No, just kidding. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. But so we have these 2 top motors on here. I went ahead and put these on the other day. And then I went ahead and put the rails in. I have not leveled a thing. Nothing is square on this thing yet. So we're going to be doing all of that after it's put together. That is what I have been told to do, to save it till last. And I'm like, okay, because parts need to come on and off of this to make sure everything is kosher. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this puppy on its backside and shove the motor right up through the bung. You know, especially the way Killa does things, everything tends to get expensive. But I noticed something on this particular piece the other day, and I will show you guys what I mean. So we're going to leave that right about there. And we're going to put this one in as well. And we are still printing stuff over on the Anycubic. Guys, we did some rearranging, by the way. Empty 2010. Hi, hoy. How are you? I am doing well. How are you doing? All right. So I noticed something, and I didn't catch this in the initial setup of everything. So tip this back up top. You guys notice anything? Notice where the Z-axis is. I know. I got hooked on the inertia too, but I'm like, I can't do it. I don't have that kind of money right now. But tell me what you guys see. Mind you, the Ender is normally a 220 build plate. Normally a 220 build. What can you guys guess from this particular setup? I'm just waiting to see if anybody catches it because this is absolutely nutty. Havoc, you got a clue? You know what I'm talking about? All right, I'm going to set this right here where it's going to be for the most part. Now tell me if you see what I see. Mind you, we're converting this to a Core XY printer, y'all. Y'all. Oh, come on, guys. I know somebody can see this. I mean, I can see it in the camera. This is our X gantry. I'll pull that off so you guys can get a real close up look while I get some screws out of the bin here. There's 4. There's another 2. And I actually had to go order more screws because I did not realize I am running so flippin' low on screws. Apparently nobody can see what I see. Z axis goes straight up and down, right? Right. And the XY is going to be on this guy right here floating back and forth, right? And then side to it's and then the tool head moves side to side. We have Y and X. You guys see the lead screws? If I use a tool head any bigger than a thumb pick, I lose at least 50 millimeters. You have no. Oh, you were putting potatoes in the oven. Okay. Okay. So, Havoc, you'll be able to see this, right? What do you see? I just put the z-axis in. Okay. And we're just going to set the XY gantry up here. What do you see? What do you see could be the problem with this setup with a 220 build plate? Well, besides the fact that it's not even close to being any sort of square, why so close? This is how the author built the z-axis, and I'm thinking I need to. Though they're seriously encroaching on the lead plate. I mean, there's about 5 millimeters, but how much space do I lose on this build plate because of this configuration? 50? Do I lose? I think I actually lose more than 50. I think it's about 80 to 100 millimeters of printable space. So on a 220 build plate, I end up with something that is extraordinarily small. So I'm not kidding you guys when I'm saying that that is going to be roughly my build plate. Or actually, I can do one even better. I can do one even better. You guys see that build plate right there? Here we go. Here's a 120. Here, we'll pull this off so you guys can see. That is going to be what my printable size is going to be. What's up, Digital Blade? How are you? Welcome. We are discussing the Z-axis system on this particular design, and I think that I'm going to need to revamp it. Yeah, I'm going to have to redesign the mounts for the bed as well as the bottom parts. This is no bueno for me. This is no bueno at all because instead of the 220, I end up with a 120 millimeter build surface once you actually include the tool head. So, yeah, yeah, guys. I was shocked when I put this together the other day, just mocked it up. I'm like, we're going to go ahead and build it just to see if the theory's right. I know it is. I mean, I've done the math, but it is unfortunate that this is a design flaw of, I am not kidding, epic proportions. And I understand what the designer's trying to do. He's trying to utilize as many parts out of the original Ender as possible. And I applaud that because that's the whole purpose of why I wanted to do this. I mean, literally the entire purpose. But in the same token, this also means that when we do the Ender 3 Max Neo Duo project, I know you told me to do an NG. I know. But the NG is just so much more expensive. This is an easy engineering fix. I mean, you break it down, this is an easy engineering fix. Blah, 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 blah. And you never know. Instead of building two of these, which I have the parts for, I can build one of these and I could build an Ender NG. And so, for anybody wondering what the fix should for this would be, it's to put the simplest solution is always the easiest, right? Is to actually put the Z-axis on the outside of the printer. It's not elegant, but it is the easiest. Literally just flipping this around and then redesigning these guys right here. Jaden, what's happening? 3D Medic Vince, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Welcome. Ah, God, I just hit my head. We were just discussing the fact that if you notice on the build plate, the actual build surface, I have a 120, or is it 120 or 180? I can't remember. But I have a very small build plate sitting on top of the actual build plate. And if you look at the top of this, take the gantry off. Look at the top of that. You guys can probably come to the same conclusion. Well, the easiest would be lopping off some of the lead screws. Well, okay, that would be the easiest, but no. Or, I mean, I could drill the 2040 extrusion, simply move the motors up and then over and have the extrusion go straight through. That's an idea. Just take this and turn it to the side. I mean, there's all sorts of things you could do to remedy this particular issue. But yeah, the issue is you lose a lot of build surface, as it stands right now. I don't actually have a complete gantry built to show you guys, but we'll have something here shortly because we have all the parts and we just need to put it together. You know what I mean? All right. Ah, but I am thinking that I'm going to order rails and do a rail conversion. Yeah, Havoc. I mean, I understand. I do. It is what it is. But I told you guys I was going to build this, and we will. The worst that can happen is I tear it down and I turn everything into an NG. I mean, somebody has already done an Ender 3 Max Neo NG, so I wanted the chance to engineer some stuff because nobody's ever done that. 220 is already so small. It is, and then you lose, you lose the width of the actual extruder, and that's what you end up with. I mean, here, let's just take a V0. Look at that. You guys think I'm messing? You see that? Well, CR10 Max, yeah. I mean, it's a bit bigger than the Neo. But you guys think I'm messing? That's a Voron hot end right there, and I'm dead on. So that is my build plate size right there. I mean, I might be able to get another 20 millimeters out of it on each side, maybe. But you do lose a ton of build surface because you don't want this thing crashing into the lead screws. What was a? Is it there a CR6 Max out there that's like 400 or 500? I don't remember. It was kind of a one-off machine. Let me go take a look here. You got me wondering about that. They do have a CR10 that's that big. All products, Ender series, CR series. Learn more. Oh, better change that over here. Ta-da! The CR6 Max. What was the size of this thing? 400 by 400 by 400. That's a beefy machine too. And they've modernized it. They still sell this thing, you guys. And this is the CRX, which would be the CR10. And it's got dual extruders. There is a 500. I know that. Oh, bed leveling. This thing's got a massive 500-watt power supply. Oh my God, that thing's huge. How big is the bed though? It just says big bed. Oh, it's a 300 by 400, 300 by 300 by 400. So I think it's, let me go. Yeah, the CR6 is the bigger one. It's a 400. There were some offshoots of the CR10 that were bigger, but I don't know if they were sold in the US. Oh yeah, the Comgro's got a 500. Was it the CR4? The CR4 is 450 by 450 by 470. That thing is an absolute beast. That's a newer printer, the CRM4. You can literally print tires for my tractor on that thing. But there was another one out there that was a 500 from Creality. Oh, would you stop it? All products. Was it the Ender? Maybe it was in the Ender series. Not the Ender 5 is big, but it's not that big. Is it? I don't think it is. That's a 400 by 400 by 400, but it's already a Core XY. All products, Ender series. Learn more. Let's go look at. Let's go here. Ender 3, Ender 3. See, this is what I've got. I've got two of these, the Ender 3 Max Neos. Ender 3 Pro. I really want an Ender 2 or a couple of them because they're just so nifty. See, the Ender 6 itself is a Core XY. I've never even seen one of these in real life, the Ender 7s. And then you have the Ender 3 Max, which is 300 by 300 by 340. It's the same size as the Neo. The rest of them are all already Core XY. So it can only be the Ender 6. I mean, this sucker is huge. I was just talking to a guy about it. It's 330 by 3, and these are $250 right now. By the way, the Ender 3 V3 Plus, they're like $250. What's up, Da Vinci? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, the 5 Max is great. There's a lot. Ender actually has some really good products. You know, the flagship series, they've got the K2 Plus. That thing is a monster. The K1 Max is a monster. You know, these are absolute. I was watching a demonstration of these things. Dual extrusion, they're amazing little machines. But you don't ever see advertising for them. Just like you never see advertising for the Comgrow stuff. Oh, you guys can't see that yet. Ooh. Let's go back to the paint cam. I need to get my stream buttons to work. I mean, yeah, Havoc, that would be cool. That definitely would be cool. Let's go back to the work cam, guys. What'd you guys think of the intro, by the way? Da Vinci didn't get to hear it. But yeah, this is just disappointing. I mean, just a hair bigger than this. Oh, but we will have fun and see what happens here. And you're right. You are right. I could, you know, let's see. I could absolutely lop off a little bit. Probably, if I wanted to get, that's going to be about full height right there. Ew, that's gross. I thought I cleaned those off. So I could lop off about 50 millimeters, 30 millimeters or so. How many pieces do I have to print still for the printer that we're making? Um, most of it's printed, all the printed parts anyway, except for the skirt and the. Oh dear Lord, we have a mess. Houston, we got a problem. Dear Lord Almighty. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. We have a spaghetti mess in the anycubic. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ow. Ow. Yep. Spaghetti mess. Big old blob of ABS, and I burnt the snot out of myself. Stand by, everybody. Uh, Printer emergency. Ouch. Uh, well, I burnt myself 3 times now, but I mean, I'm playing with a really, really, really hot end. Okay, that got it cleaned up. Oh, let's plug this back in. Okay, emergency averted. Emergency averted. Oh God, that sucked. Just chugging along on the inertia parts. Yeah. So you guys see the big blob of ABS that didn't stick to the bed. Ouch. Maybe I'll put this underneath Slimer. Here, let's rip out these little pieces here. Hold on. Let's go grab Slimer. Slimer puke or Slimer poo. Oh, that's funny. What's up, Brad Stanton? How you doing? We just averted an emergency with the Cobra S1. Hey, you got to turn negatives into positives, right? I actually sent the designs over to a buddy of mine for a recycler for plastics, a grinder, I should say. But he's going to manufacture this thing, the chutes and everything. I'm going to go ahead and buy the actual grinder off of AliExpress because why not? Um, it'll be a month before I buy it, but it grinds it down into almost a fine powder. So he's going to make the chute and the output on it, and then I'm going to start creating my own filament out of the crap that I recycle. But I'm going to do it the easy way. Cause I got to thinking about it, guys. I threw away so much stuff today. I threw away a half a trash bag of parts that I don't use, don't need, don't want, printed badly, all that stuff. So it is what it is. But back to the project here. So let's move this guy out of the way for a moment. All right. So we're talking about the actual movement system on this now, because that's where we're sitting. Believe it or not, people, there's not a lot to building these printers. So, I mean, I've been trying to space it out. I mean, the longest part is going to be, um, the electronics for the most part, wiring, getting all that set up. So let's go to this screen and let's go look at the top. And you guys notice these are all drill guides right here. And I already have that. These are things that you can use. These are drill guides for if you actually don't print the parts, you make it out of aluminum, which I do want to do. I just don't have a CNC to do it. I do know a couple of creators that do. So, okay. So we're going to have to create spacers because I don't have any of these. But if we go into the back here, the kinematric system, whatever you want to call it. So these sit, let's see. Oh, they're on the outside? Yeah, on the outside. These sit like this. And you guys can't see that in the camera whatsoever because I don't have that camera up. So let's move it up here again. All right, so these pieces sit right up here, just like that, for the belt guards and so forth. Okay, and the the pulleys and the bushings and yada yada yada. Oh, that's interesting. So the one of these, I do need to either smash down or just take it off, which I have a brand new set. Oh, well, you can't even see those because of camera. No, no, no. We got a brand new set of pulleys, so I am not concerned about that. Um, okay. So we need to use 4 more guide wheels on these plates. No, 3 more. 3 more? Yeah, 3 more. Two on the outside, one on the inside, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yep. And the adjustables are on the inside. Well, it looks like I got some more stuff to take apart. Luckily, they're sitting right here. I didn't expect to actually need to use these. Hey, down here. Really? Dingling. So, let's pull these apart real quick. And I am not going to bother with that ridiculous little wrench that comes with it. We'll get an actual wrench. What is this? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, well. Anybody watch the Squid Games? My wife and I started watching it the other day. I can't say that I am extraordinarily impressed. That's the thing is we're like 5 episodes into season one, five maybe six. I don't remember. It's the episode where they just go back, and they have their first game after coming back. I don't know. I'm just for some reason that the show just doesn't impress me much. It's like they spent so much money on production, yet it's such a bad production. The storyline is great, but I don't know. The cinematics are not impressive. I guess that's the way to say it. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it? We were really bored looking for a new series to watch because we've been watching literally every old show that we've ever seen in our entire lives because most of the stuff out there today is junk. Oh, this is the you like so yeah, okay, so you like season 1. Okay. But they're into season 3 now? I mean, how do you get 3 seasons out of something that's already killed 3/4 of the cast? I'm just asking. And then there was rumors the other day that, well, new rumors that came out that Wednesday season 2 is being put off yet again for some damn reason. Nobody can figure out why. Okay, so let's see. What's the orientation of these? Um, mouse. There we go. Yeah, Jenna Ortega wants more money, probably, but they've already produced it. That's what irritates me. And it's like, okay, you made us wait this long, but now you're going to make us wait even longer because, let's be honest, some bratty kid wants more moolah. Wreck It Rhino, welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. South Africa. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. But she is that show. You know what? She doesn't have to be. I'm sorry. The storytelling and the actual plot of the first season was good. I hate the original. I hate the Gomez that they chose with an absolute passion. That man should not be Gomez. And there are so many other girls that could play Wednesday. I mean, Jenna Ortega, she's cute. She plays the role well. Yes. Does she deserve my ever living admiration because she played the role? No. Thing is the show. Yes, that is true. Actually, Werewolf Girl is more of the show than Wednesday is, honestly. Because Jenna's adaptation of Wednesday takes it so dark that it's almost not fun to watch. You know, do you guys notice that the overhead cam is having problems focusing between the mouse that's on that spool and the actual bed? Wednesday was supposed to be a dark yet very comedic character. I have followed the Adams family. It's been, one of my favorites throughout my entire life. And, between the original Mr. Adams and Raul Julia and God, oh, there's so many people have played so many great parts. It would just be really nice if they would just try not to screw it up. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody redoes a show, they're going to screw it up. Like, have you guys heard they're redoing Firefly? How can you make that show better? I'm sorry. How can you redo that show and keep its legacy and honor it? You can't. You cannot redo it. It doesn't work that way. Hmm. Okay, so it actually does go over it. I think I need some washers for this. Because this is, I mean, even though these plates are 100% infill and five walls, um, that does not appear to be as strong as I would want it. Grab some washers. Well, while we build these, we can move that out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing because I'm building it off the camera, which, it's kind of stupid because it leaves you guys nothing to look at. And these aren't big enough. Crap. I may need to. Huh. I don't have any M4 or M5 washers. I think M3 is as large as I have. Well, we will do what we can. Oh, the new Munsters was so bad. That was just, I mean, that was just a disappointing mess. And I hated all the reunion shows, even back in the 90s, the reunion shows, no, they just sucked. If you're going to end a show, just end it, be done with it, and save us the torture of, you trying to recreate it. It's like the Dukes of Hazzard reunions were so bad. Okay, there's one, and hence two. And we're not going to put the third one on until it's actually on the rail. Otherwise, it's going to be damn near impossible to get it on there. The irony is, I had just replaced these rails, uh, the bearings, just a few weeks ago before I tore everything apart. Because I had these two enders. They were printing like mad. I was printing Flexi Dragons. Really? Are you kidding me? Okay, so those screw holes go all the way through? All right. I'll see if I can find. Oh, I bet you I know which screws they intended for the for, they intend to be used on that. I bet you I know. Okay. We're golden. We're golden, chat. By the way, not that anybody cares, but I apparently gained some weight. Not real happy about that, but I did. Okay, perfect. So, ah, ow. Come here, mouse. That's this side. All right. See, this one's definitely going to need. Hmm. I got to find at least two washers. Stand by, everybody. I'm apologize. I believe it's going to. I don't even think those are long enough. So I bet you it's those that it's going to be using. So we'll pull those out. But I have some washers over here for bigger stuff. Well, when I said some, I meant one. Really? Just one? Well, I'm going to do this the right way, and tomorrow I will go and get more, I suppose. You've lost 200 pounds? Now, I know there's a joke in there. I know there is havoc. No, I'm just joking, man. Um, Congratulations. No, I was down to 270 and I'm back up to 280, and I think it's water retention, so it is what it is. And this old fat boy just deals with it. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store tomorrow and go get some some washers for this. We'll go ahead and put it together, and I'll just have to tear it apart. It's not a big deal. So, because I want you guys to see what it looks like, right? Voila! And then this sits right up on top like that. You guys can't see that because it's not in the camera. I need a wider angle view on the camera. That's lovely. What the heck dropped, y'all? Oh, God. Uh, ouch. Oh. Well, this is going to be interesting. That's, brother, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Be back in a few. All right, my friend. Beautiful work. Beautiful, my ass. Oh, ouch. Oh, that hurts. Oh, guys, you guys gotta have to give me a minute. Ooh. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, my knees. Anyway, so this is how this all sits together, chat. Now, I do see a heck of a problem here. Where's that ridiculous wrench? So this is, yeah, this is way too bendy, guys. Mr. Simon, thank you for subscribing. Look at this, guys. This is way, way, way too bendy. I mean, even if I put this on and bolted it on right now, this is what we're working with. Look at this. I can pull this all apart. So that's going to have to be made out of aluminum. KJ Highs, what's happening, my friend? What's happening? So what I'll end up having to do is take this drill guide right here, and aluminum or steel. I actually have steel here. I'll have to go get a cutoff wheel for my saw, but I could make it out of aluminum or I could make it out of steel to make it strong. Either way, it'll be stronger than that. You know, because this printed out pretty good. There's not a lot of flex in this. Well, once you get it mounted, there it is. There isn't. You know, if I would have printed it, you know, this thick, but it didn't call for that. It called for this. What is it? Um, yeah. Oh, here we are. Well, what is this? 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters thick. We're building this printer, KJ. We're building it from scratch. It's called the DUENDER project. So I need to get to work on. Yeah, guys, look at this. I can just. This is not right. See this? Watch this. I can pop it right off because it just. Look at that. So I think what I will do is I will cut and trace this tomorrow and do a follow up video. And we might actually do one more live this week instead of just today and Saturday. We may do another live like Friday or something. I don't know. It depends on whether I can get everything together because I am still missing a few parts. Like I said, I got to go to the hardware store. Yeah, I'm not going to second guess it. I'm just going to fix it and move on. Fix it the right way. You know what I mean? If you fix it the right way, everybody, then you don't have to worry about it breaking as easily later. So yeah, um, and in case you're wondering what we're building, God, I gotta fix that. Let's go to the live screen and let's turn my ugly mug off because I am cringing right now. I am in so much pain from getting on the floor. But this is what we're printing, the Do Ender. What's up, Romer? You're just in time. That's what we're talking about. Welcome to the stream, by the way. So we are building this particular printer, the Do Ender project. It is a project made out of two Ender 3s to recycle and reuse as much of the, you know, of the machines as possible. Now, my buddy Havoc over there, he says, well, you should have just built an Ender NG. He's probably right. However, this is for funsies. So we're going to build one and see what we can get out of it. So this is, you know, this is the full project here. I've already made some alterations. So, you know, it's not quite the same as, you know, as that you would think of it. So, but yeah, there's a purpose why the inventor of this project, there's a purpose why he actually created drill guides is because he actually says this piece right here, let's see. Yeah, this piece right here and the back plane for the extruder, back there where the wheels are on. Anything with wheels on it, basically. And that, they all need to be aluminum. Now, even he says that on the sides here, this plate that is behind the Z-axis should be aluminum as well. But we're going to redesign this altogether because if you guys look at the existing project, what we've got going on here, let's move this over a bit so you guys can judge for yourselves how much. You see where the lead screws are for the Z-axis, right here and right here. If you put a hot end on that, so let's just take a hot end here, stack it up here. How much build space do I lose because you can't hit those lead screws? Your build size stops at those lead screws. So I lose 15 to 20 on this side and 15 to 20 on this side. So I lose, just say 40 to 50 millimeters off of a bed size that's 220. Or it's 235, 220 actually printable. So that brings it down to a 180. Now this is a 120 plate. I don't have a 180 plate. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? You kind of get gypped. So what we're going to do is take these lead screws right here, this one and this one, and I'm going to redesign their positioning to where they are perpendicular with the actual rail right here on each side. Whether that's right on the outside or right next to it, I can't tell you yet, but I'm just going to redesign it altogether. Because why not? This is what we do. This is part of being a maker, is going, okay, you need a little engineering skills, right? You got to know how to measure, and then you got to use that brain to figure out how to deal with problems. Now, it'll be kind of cool is if I drilled straight through the 2040 extrusion right here and put the lead screw inside of it and put a bearing on top. That would be kind of cool. Or bring the lead screw all the way over to the edge here. So that's, remove that 15 millimeters, extend the bed out itself, and then put bracing underneath here to keep it up. Or we can add a third lead screw in the back because we want stabilization. But yeah, I mean, we're having fun with the project, and that's part of the whole issue is taking something old and making it new and making it fast. Speaking of fast, for one of these projects, LDO Motors sent me over 4 awesome, way faster motors, way more powerful than the stock Ender motors. The stock, what are these, 4230s? 4230, 4234s. He sent me some 4240s, and my God, I plugged one in. It is amazing. It's got way more torque output, way faster, and it is so much more precise in the steps. That's the reason they call it a stepper motor, is because it works in steps. So, anything else you guys want to talk about? Because at this point, I'm kind of out of material because we can't go any further because I got to redesign some plates. Drill a penny, you swap yours for honey badgers on the NG. Nice, nice. Brad, so I'm actually thinking that we're going to do the Ender 3 Max Neo as an NG project instead of an Ender Duo project, which also means I could build 2 of them. because I have two Ender 3 Max Neos. What's one thing that I want to build that I never got the chance to build yet? Build or print? Build or print? That is the question, KJ. Yeah, Brett. Obviously, there's already been a few people that have done the Ender 3 Max Neo as an NG. I mean, the files are already out there, but I'm like, you know what? I want it to be a functional 300 by 300, so the NG is going to be the only way to go for that. So, but I'm going to be adding a third Z-axis onto it. Let's say print. The thing I haven't been able to print yet in mass is my maker coins. Uh, if you guys are unfamiliar with what a maker coin is, let me find the one that I have been able to print so far. Um, and I just got the Anycubic Cobra S1 printer to be able to produce maker coins. And I told everybody I was going to get this desk cleaned up today before stream. It did not happen because I had to take a damn nap. I was so tired. Where is it? I didn't put it on the shelf, did I? No, I did not. Here, I'll show you what a maker coin is, in case you don't know. We'll do Zany Maker Zach's coin. That is a maker coin. We give these out to each other and to people at events such as Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival, and they're multicolored, multi-dimensional. You know, they have a QR code on the back or a tag in it to where an RF tag to where you can read company information, what have you. I'll be honest, that is the most complex thing I have ever had to design and print because they're a pain in the butt. And I've printed a 3.5 foot starship, and I think that the maker coins are actually harder to print. Um, there are a number of printing projects that I have that are going to be coming up, but I haven't got to those just yet. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but in order to do that, I want to do some of these things. Comparison would have been misleading. Look at it versus doing it. Yeah. So here, let me show you. Da, 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 da. Prepare. And let's go to this screen here. Let's show you. This is a ruler that I quickly designed, a 90-degree metric ruler earlier today. But, oh no. Okay, so that doesn't want to work properly. Let's just discard the changes for that and reopen the software, I suppose. Yeah, for some reason the software is taking forever to load, and I don't know why. I just don't understand it. Uh, this is this is regular Orca Slicer, and I don't have it set up for the Anycubic Cobra yet, so that won't work to show you guys the coin. But oh yes, this is absolutely Legos. I mean, you know, this is my wheelhouse sitting in here inside of Fusion 360. Well, I'm trying to get the slicing software up, so we can just sit here and just chat for a minute. But I love designing things. This is a very small amount of stuff that of projects that remain unfinished. I've got a personal license, so it only allows you to save 10 things in here. Well, here, let's bring this up. This is part of the maker coin. Yeah, this is the first iteration that used my old logo, the Viking logo. But sadly, if you look, the text doesn't come through very well because there's no differentiation of the parts and pieces missing out of the P and the A and the R, and there's no eyes in the skulls. Yeah. File recent. Okay, here we go. We can do recent. There we go. Still love the Viking logo. So do I. So do I. So I'm going to be print. I before Rocky Mountain Rep Rap next year, I need to print at least 1,000 of these coins. So this is how complex these little butt heads are. Um, hey, come on, turn it right. Oh my lord. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. So that is one side of the coin there. I used 4 colors. There we go. When you slice it, you don't get a proper preview. Here, let's just slice the whole plate. There we go. So that's technically what it looks like there, except for the coloring is, oh wait, that's black. This is this color. Yeah, there we go. And then yeah, obviously there's the QR code on the back that's in black. Is it like what I imagined? Heck yeah. I love my Viking logo. That's why I kept it over on the Twitch channel. But yeah, these are just like business cards, They're just like business cards. It's a pain in the butt. And I designed, like 5 different iterations of this over the last year and just could not get one that I really wanted until the final iteration. And I don't know what I did with the little booger. I honestly don't know. This is what happens when, your desk is an absolute disaster. You tend to just misplace things. The stupid part was is I had it in my hands earlier today. I honestly did, chat. I had it in my hands. And you would think that something that is that color would be really hard to lose. Apparently not. Oh, but so there's some other projects. I want to do some more of my starships. Uh, you guys, let's see. Let's see if I can. Let's go to the work cam. Let's see if I can show you guys. I've only got a few of them mounted currently. Let's see. Turn this. Can you get a turn? You get a turn? Or you got a turn? There we go. Can you see them? Yeah, you can barely see them. So we've got a miniature of Voyager here. We have a Klingon cruiser here, and then we've got an X-wing right here. And I've got a lot more that I need to put up on the ceiling. I just haven't had the chance to yet. So, here, while I've got this moved over, there's a couple of the printers there. There's the Anycubic Cobra S1, my FlashForge 5M, and the Ender 3 Max Neo. And then over here we've got my resin machine. Down below I've got another Ender. Below this desk I actually have another Ender 3 Max Neo. That's not a bad view right there. Yeah, these are all 3D printers. I mean, this is years and years of saving up money, you know, to actually, get stuff. I mean, this is how I do all this. And the stream is what actually supports it because Lord knows I couldn't afford it on my own. I mean, if you guys don't know, I am a disabled individual. Every time I move, I hurt myself. Every time I move. But yeah, here, actually, we'll just dig this sucker out from underneath this desk because it's a pain in my butt. Stop making. No, get off of there. Here, second Ender 3 Max Neo. Yeah, there's two of them, 300 by 300s, big ones. The from from left to right for you guys, it's going to be the Anycubic Cobra S1, which is a 250 millimeter by 250 millimeter build size, and then the Flash Forge, which is a 220. It's actually 235, but 220 printable, and then two 300 millimeter by 300 millimeter by 340 printable Ender 3 Max Neos. And then, of course, we had two others that are now one printer that we're working on the desk right here. So, uh, and I've been reaching out to companies on a very frequent basis to see if they will send me stuff to review for you guys to see if you'd be if I can help, sell some product or just get some demo units in to see what's going on in the world, because this technology changes frequently. But there is another project that we might use that other Ender 3 on the bottom for. Do you guys want to see what it is? Well, let's close that out. So this gentleman just uploaded this. It's an Ender 3 based Dremel CNC. I've always wanted a CNC and I don't have a need for a great big one. But check this out. Of course I have to ask. Always. But it's a CNC made out of an old Ender 3. I'm like, I really would really, 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 really would like to do this. Because I've always wanted a CNC machine. And he used a Dremel for it, but who's to say you have to use a Dremel? I actually have a uh, micro handheld palm router that I could use. It's loud as hell, but I could use it. and I have all the router bits for it, but I also have a really good Dremel I could use too. If it, well, you know what? That's kind of what I'm thinking, Brad. But it's not very big. I mean, if you look at the size on it, it's not as big as you would think. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Havoc. I would love a CNC, and I'm like, okay, this thing. Look at it. It's just the right size, and I can already see mods in my head right now of redesigning this, of things that I would do, because I'll guarantee he doesn't have a speed control for the actual uh, for the Dremel. Money to be made on build plates, absolutely. Speaking of build plates, I got to show you guys something. I have to send this back. I have to send this back because they sent me the wrong damn thing. So the entire craze now. Yep, this is the right one. Let's move back to the work cam real quick and bring it back down. So the entire craze right now is, these hologram build plates, right? So I ordered one for the Anycubic Cobra S1. It said for the Anycubic Cobra S1. Let me pull the factory plate off. This is the factory plate, which is far too big. Okay. This is the plate that they sent me. It's 10 millimeters too small. This is a $22 plate. So I wanted this plate to print my maker chips on because it leaves a beautiful polished surface and it leaves it holographic looking. But it doesn't even fit the ender. I think this is for the I think it's for the bamboo, the P1P. Ray Charles quality control at your service. Absolutely. So now I got to wait another week to get another one because I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and order one tonight. And uh, there we go. But yeah, I mean, come on. But this thing, guys. What do you guys think? Should we not do another do Ender or Ender NG out of the regular Ender threes and use the last Ender 3 to build that? See, what I'm thinking is doing something very simple, using an RC speed control hooked up to an Adreno board. Yeah. Yep, I can definitely return it, Heidi. Definitely, I can do that. I mean, I've got enough motors. We should build a CNC, guys. I mean, it'll be down the road because we have two big projects to do right now. And then I also have printing in between I've got to do because I'm trying to make it a business out of my printing as well. So I do have an Etsy store, by the way, guys. It's just got some interesting stuff up there right now. Yeah, oh yeah, Big Tree Tech does have the CNC control board. Yes, they do, and it does have an onboard speed control. That's right. Now you're looking at Marketplace for another Ender 3. Don't do that. Unless they're unless it's under 50 bucks on Marketplace, don't do it. Just go straight to eBay. I'm buying these Ender 3 Max Neos for $68 shipped on eBay. What's up, at? How you doing? Yep, you're doing a second NG, but now you need to do the CNC. Here, for anybody that wants the link for this project, I'll paste it in the chat, both chats actually. And make sure you give Tony Raven Keeper a follow over on Printables because there's a fair amount of engineering work that got put into this. I guarantee it. But I'm looking at something like, okay, I can go laser or I can have a CNC to do some fun stuff like some wood carving, you know, put names on, little pieces of wood and stuff or draw little stuff. I think it would be great. I got grandkids to think about too, so this model looks really hard. I mean, it's not. I mean, here we can actually let's do this. Let's open up the Fusion 360 file. Oh, I already downloaded it. Okay. No, I don't want to launch another instance. I want to launch another tab. I swear, I honestly swear, sometimes this program makes me wonder who the programmer is because he obviously wasn't bright. Let's see. Oh dear Lord, oh come on. All right. Oh my, a Neptune. Ooh. That's an interesting one, Brad. That's definitely an interesting one. Upload complete. Open design. Cannot open design. Open design. Oh, for frick's sake, come on. I really need to learn FreeCAD, y'all, because holy cow, this is driving me bonkers. I am seriously ready to convert back to Linux only. All these Windows programs. Bleh. Preparing my experience. All right, KJ, have a wonderful time, my friend. Well, have a wonderful one. And I'll guarantee you, it says uploaded and it didn't do it. Look, it didn't upload it. You crap. Upload. Select files. Upload. Linux rules. It does. What kind of Linux do you? What flavor of Linux are you attached to, Brad? Uh, it says it's uploaded, but it doesn't tell me where. Your best computer is a Pi 5 with an SSD. But which flavor of Linux do you like? Are you just, oh, there it is right there. It did upload it. Ubuntu? Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. See, I do enjoy Ubuntu. I do enjoy it. So, I mean, to be frank, you don't, you need some 2040 and 4040 extrusion is all you need to build this. Everything else is printed. So let's take a look at this. Um, get rid of the frame. So that is what is the frame of the Ender 3 right there. No, I do not know what your name in English means. Unfortunately, I don't. You should probably buy this. What? It doesn't say. It doesn't show what it is. Huh? You can use Elgato's software on Linux using the wine containers. I know. I've actually used it. Oh, we got splash guards. Oh, okay. Cool. There's a some random cover. There's the electronics components, external power supply. Oh, don't use wavelength. God, that sucks. No, there's easier ways. Okay, vac attached X in-stop buffer. That's interesting. Vacuum attachment, which I mean, obviously you'd want because just needs. It's just a needs. Spill board. All right. Corner brackets. This is such a simple design, y'all. Oh, the Wave XLR. Yep. Okay. Yep. This is so simple. But I would make two changes. Well, three changes altogether. Linear rail right here on the top, linear rail on each side. Get rid of the stupid belts. Get rid of the belts and go direct drive with linear rails as well. That way the accuracy is extraordinarily high. But I mean, if you're going to do it on the cheap, this is the way to do it, honestly. Yeah. So the most I would see somebody having to buy for this project as it sits right here is probably some bearings and some 6 millimeter belt. Oh, see, that's an interesting one, Brad. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to print here, but this is a I mean, I got to admit, this is the simplest design I have ever seen for a converted CNC. I've never seen one this easy. Which extrusion is that? Or is he using two pieces of 2020 there? Um, I just want to see just. So he is. You do have to buy two linear rails. Look at that. You do have to buy two linear rails. And he's using the Z screw, a shortened Z screw on that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you're looking at about 40 bucks. Pair character doing a classic mic drop. Boing! Towards the projects. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, I had to look up to see that. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. So this is 3D printed, and it's two pieces of. That's got to be. Yeah, that's 2020 extrusion. So that's a piece of 2020 that's cut into half. Okay. All right. So this is not a hard project, guys. I mean, the only thing you're going to need is a good, a good grinder to cut these, with a cutoff wheel on it. You should probably buy this. Why buy another piece of 4040 extrusion? Oh, he doesn't have it. Okay, so he's using the 4040 as a stabilizer for the center. That makes sense. God, this is such an easy project. There's not much to this. I mean, there's a lot of nuts and bolts. God dang, there's a lot of nuts and bolts. But other than that, y'all, you'd have a fully functioning CNC chop saw. There you go. You can use a chop saw too. Yeah, it does coming with using extrusions. Cut off saw, or a chop saw, cut off blades, all sorts of stuff. Um, I have a blade for uh, my skill saw that will cut through aluminum. So actually, I cut through quarter-inch steel, but my saw won't cut through quarter-inch steel. It won't cut through steel hardly at all, but it'll cut through aluminum like it's butter. And whenever I need to use that, I just mount it upside down on a table that I built, and it acts like a table saw. So this is definitely going to get put on the list of things to do, guys. Even if I have to. Oh, oh. Next Twitch paycheck. I think I'm going to purchase another Ender 3 Max Neo, and we'll build this out of that so we can have a much bigger build surface. Maybe not next, but we'll wait a month, okay? Maybe 2 months. I got enough projects right now. But we definitely are we're gonna do this project one way or the other. You don't have to use an ender for this, guys. You can use just about any old extrusion based printer. I mean, any of the original Anycubics, any of the original Elegoo products, the Ender products, the Comgrow products. I mean, hell, you could just buy the extrusion and build it yourself, but then you'd have to buy all the parts. Oh, Havoc. Let me show you something. And this will just be part of the ones I have. Oh God, ow, let me get back up here. All right, so let's see. Turn the camera this way, and then let's see. See, I put this camera up here so I can do that. Those are all motors, and I still have a dozen more. I have 4240s. I have a dual 4240. Dan at Makers My Nexus sent all this to me, and I still have more that I've got other elsewhere. I got motors galore, brand new in the box. Three of them sitting right there. There's another one right here. Oh no, that's a 4010 quiet fan. It's a 5-volt fan. Huh. Didn't know I had that. What do we got over here? A used 4.2.2 Creality board. I got so many of those that I kind of just want to start throwing them away. We got oh, I got a tool head board up here. What is this? Oh, this is a mellow tool head board. The mini AB, the fly board. I forgot that he sent that. What is that? This is the Afterburner tool head PCB. I got a lot of crap. I got a lot of crap. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I got to loosen that up a bit. There we go. Yeah. Anton, what's happening? How you doing? Yes, they can. They can run as an MMU with Happier. Yes, they can. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to be using for my happy turtle lettuce feeders. I've got the parts for two of those, and I've got parts for one already printed out. I'm waiting for the belt. That's the only thing on back order is the belts. You need to make an MMU for your Merc. What do you want to use for your MMU? Trying to think of where I put them. You went from a 5-bedroom house on several acres to 3-bedroom condo, and oh yeah, yeah, I can understand that. So I have a number. I've got two. Dan actually sent to these, the Maker's Mind Nexus. The guy just sent me a box of stuff. He's got a video on it. It's hilarious. But SKR Turbo 1.4. I need steppers for it though. I need steppers for all of these actually. I've got a 1.3 turbo, and there's a Pico Mini that I do want to build a V0 project. I wanted to use the Pico for. This is like literally one of the coolest little boards that Big Tree has ever made because this thing is so tiny. Look at that. Yep, you watched him box that stuff up live. I was on that same stream. I love this little board though. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I have to repin everything to fit it. But yeah, this little Pico, man, this thing is just kick butt and take names. And it's a modern Pico too because it's got USB-C on it. Put the Pico in an NG, I could. I very well could. You did put a Pico in the NG. That's cool. That's cool. So for this project, I've decided I'm going to go ahead and use two of the 4.2.2s because I don't want to waste money on it right now. I want it up and running, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to keep it or not, or whether I'm going to tear it back down and build it into something else. And at that point, it's probably going to have a Manta 8 in it because I'm just going to start buying Manta 8s for everything. Yeah, the Picos, are awesome. The Pi mounts on it. Yep, it does. Yep, yep, yep. But yeah, I decided for almost all my new projects, I'm just going to start doing Manta 8s because they have everything. I don't need extra room for a Pi because I can just go right on the board and do the same thing with a Manta 5 too. But room for extras. Manta 8 gives me where I can actually not use a separate MMU for the lettuce feeders. I like the lettuce feeder because it will work great with my dry box situation that I'm going to be building. Yeah, I have got to do some serious reorganization and cleaning in here again. The problem I've got is I don't know where to put everything. You didn't think of that? Yeah, so the dry box, I'm gonna be building um uh, the dry box. The one set of dry boxes is going to be strictly made up of Poly Makers dry boxes, and then the other one is going to be the cereal box knockoffs of the same thing. Yeah, lots of fans, extra sensor and heater ports. The Manta is not, it is. You know, it is a very nice board, and for the price, I'm sorry, you just can't beat it. You really can't. I mean, you can get them just off of Amazon alone right now. What are they? Let's go see. Manta 8P. The combo. Oh, the Manta 5P right now is on a sale. Manta 5P with a CB1. It's not a great big pie, but it's enough for $82. Or you get the Manta 8 with an integrated CB1 for 85. I mean, here, just so you guys can see I'm not bullshitting. The price is unreal. The thing is you do have to buy steppers for it. And you can upgrade that CB1. You don't have to keep it on there. You can go with a CB2 or something, newer. There's the Mini E3, the Mini E3 with a TFT, the Manta 8 version 1. Don't ever buy the Manta 8 version 1. It's got issues. The Manta 8 PV2, $85.99. Let's see. What is a full? Okay. 2209s. Okay, there we go. 218. Okay, here you go. There's everything you need right there for a high-speed solution. Oh, you're gonna. I would actually need two more or three more steppers, but that they're not that bad. They're like $30. Buy the 5160 Pros. Why? I'm not that familiar with the steppers, so I'm actually being very serious. Why? I mean, is there a big reason for that? You have no idea. I mean, I was like, you'd have to change motors if you run 5160 because those are 60 volts, right? 48 volt. You're right. Yeah, okay, 48 volt. Wait, it comes with, huh? It comes with four 2209s on board. Is that right? That doesn't make sense. Okay, the 5160 Plus supports a maximum of 60 volts. Yep, I was right. The 5160 is a max of 60 volts. Yeah, and the hard mounted 2209s. Okay, yeah, yeah. See, I didn't know that they had hard mounted 2209s because you can't see them on the board. I learned my new thing. See, you can't see the steppers at all. Oh, that's the CAN bus tool head board. Okay, I got you. I was like, what the hell is that? Under the shield heatsink. Oh, okay, yeah. Then why would they sell them with extra steppers? I'm just. I actually need to get a hold of Big Tree, BitQ, whatever you want to call them, and I need to ask some serious questions because, yeah, I need things answered. Chat. Nope, this is not a Kraken. This is the Manta 8P. Even says it. See, Manta, Manta. The Kraken. I have an SK. That's what's running the current uh, big ass ender printer. My brain's going to crap, guys. The Octopus. That's a good board. It's a really good board. Optim. I don't even know why anybody would need this thing. This thing's got so many ports on it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the Kraken has integrated steppers on it, not the Manta. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. See, they put out so many damn products. And look at the Pico's $35. Yeah, yeah, that's the Kraken. It's got integrated steppers right there. And it's a great board. God, this thing's a great board. It has 82160 drivers on it, 60 volts right there, baby. And I heard from Down Under, I heard a rumor that from Down Under Maker that 60 a new 60-volt board is coming to us soon, very soon. Yep, yep, yeah. Brad, same thing. Yeah, you're just saying that. The Pico is 26 months. Yeah, they're always cheap. Yeah, apparently Down Under Maker says there's a new 60-volt board coming to us soon. And I'm like, ooh. But then I have to change all my motors, man. I have to change all my motors. I mean, that's not a bad deal for that SKR 1.4 turbo board with the screen and the steppers. That's not a bad deal. The Manta 4P is kind of what would you use this on? It's only got four axes on it. Do 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 do. Maker base, Robin base boards, guys. I haven't used a Robin board in forever. I think the last time I used Robin firmware was, geez, 3 or 4 years ago. 3D printer Gen L 1.0 controller. That's so funny. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yes, the Fly Genesis 3 is sweet. It is. There's a lot of good boards out there. I've just been addicted to Big Tree Tech for a long time. I just don't deal with Robin firmware. Robin firmware bad. Wait, are they joking? Is this price real, chat? An Octopus 1.1 with the Big Tree Pie for 83.99. Oh, they have great documentation. Yes. The SKR many that thing's $49 alone. Something doesn't seem quite right. No, this is Amazon. Amazon. That's a full board. Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, I remember that AliExpress scam. Yep. course, that happens pretty frequently. There's a YouTuber I follow. He bought a backhoe off of AliExpress, $17,000, and it's never arrived, and it's been a year. What the heck? There's no way this can be. I guess it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not the fastest pie in the world, but to come with with an octopus, you want expandability. There's your board right there. Look at that, 7 motors on that thing. Woof. Anyway, I got some thinking to do on that, but yep, this is going to be one of the projects coming up pretty soon. Steven, what are you doing? How you doing, my friend? I'm not on camera because I kind of hurt myself on the. I had to get down and pick up a part off the floor and hurt my back pretty bad. But we kind of run into a stopping point with uh, the DUENDER build. Am I going to Murph? Heck no, I can't go to Murph. It's too far away from me. Unless somebody wants to sponsor that puppy. I mean, I can pay for my lodging, but I can't pay for the flight. Of course, I happen to know like 30 of you out there that live very close to it, so I'd probably get free lodging if I really wanted to. But yeah, Steven, we came up with an issue. I was going to say you have like 3 octopus sitting on the shelf. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I was going through my some of my boards that I've got. I've got a Pico, I've got an SKR Turbo 1.3, a 1.4, a whole host of Ender 4.2.2s, and a couple 2.7s. Not too many of those anymore. I'll find more washers in the drum of my washing machine tonight. That's where your missing parts go, probably. But no, Stephen, here's you notice this little build plate, right? Tell me why this printer can't print 220 anymore, just based on what you see. That's an Ender 3 bed, so it's 235, 220 printable. Tell me why it can't print 220 based on how it was designed. And it's not my design, it's Ibris's. You did a good job, but there's something neglected here. Why in the world would you want the an Octopus Pro for the inertia? It doesn't need that much beastliness. You're talking about these guys? The yes, the inertia 3. I'm. You want to make it go brrr. What are you going to make it 60 volt? You nailed it on the head. So take a tool head, put it right next to it. Oh, you know what? Let me just pull this off here. Oh, did I actually screw that back on? I might have. Yes, I did. So you take a tool head, put it right next to it. So at most, I'm losing 20 millimeters on each side at most, maybe 15 or possibly 12 or so. I'll have to do the proper measurements. But that also means I lose about 40 millimeters of build size out of a 220. That means it's be a 180 build structure. So we're going to take the z-axis and I'm actually going to move it over closer to the rail here, reprint this and reprint the mount all together. And I'll end up having to cut the rods because I'm going to be mounting the motors directly on top of the extrusion. So yeah, rip. And those aren't smooth rod; those are the threaded rod. I mean, I could be a smartass and change that out to smooth and cap it right there and make it a belt system. That would be interesting. Yep, directly attached to the motor. Here, ow. We'll tip her to the side so you can see. Yeah, there we go. But see, the motors are going to have to be mounted up here, or actually just off of it. So the motor mounts will have to change a little bit. They'll be half on, half off. So that the threaded rod can actually be moved over 20 millimeters. So I can maintain that build volume. I don't even know if I'd have to reprint the bed mounts for that, to be honest. I think I could do that without doing that. Because if I simply drilled new hole over here, 20 millimeters in, and mounted the brass nuts there, I could do that too, Brad. I could do that too. Or I could change out the entire Z system for simply just instead of doing that, just make that a smooth rod and put it straight, over towards the edge and just run belts, like you said. What's the rod length? It's standard Ender 3. I have no idea. I've never measured it. But we did figure out that the um, XY carriage does need to be made out of metal or aluminum, steel or aluminum, because this flexes like a mofo. So I'm going to be going to get a cutting wheel for my grinder, and I have some aluminum or metal here, and do that. Yeah, 300 on an E3. I think that's about right. And if I cut them, I just cut them from the base, not from the top. Nobody cares what it looks like when it's, you know, on the motor side. Or, here's an idea. What if we took, oh, no, that wouldn't work. You'd like to find a frame like this? Just two Ender 3s put together, my friend. That's all it is. Two Ender 3s that are put together. It's called the DUENDER project. Oh, you're all right, Brad. Don't worry about it. I'm good. I have a lot of excess stuff laying around here, so not a problem. I appreciate it though. But Steven, we came across this. This is something we must build. We must build. Yeah, dual Z on the two Ender 3s, but new rods on NG. Yeah, yeah. I also saw there was a belt mod for the NG too. You replace the threaded rod with a smooth rod and bushings, and then you used a belt mod for it. That would be interesting. Be more Trident style, I think. But yeah, Stephen, we're going to be building this sometime in the near future, in the next month or two. It's a CNC, but do I build it out of an Ender 3 or an Ender 3 Max? Oh, the NG. There are so many remixes. I have. That's the one. That's one of the reasons I didn't do the NG project to begin with. Is there were so many remixes. And for those who don't know what an NG is, uh, helps if I type the whole thing. You know, there's so many. The zero NG is actually really sick. It's it reminds me of a. I mean, this is actually that build plate that I have on there would fit on that. It's a 120 build plate. That thing is so fun. It's just fun looking. But yeah, so somebody has already done the Ender NG with the Ender 3 Max Neo. My only issue is having to buy you waste so many of the Ender parts because you have to buy so much. Granted, yeah, you print a ton, but your entire the whole gantry system you have to purchase. You know, all the smooth rods and bushings. I know there's a linear rod mod for it as well. I mean, there's so many. Yeah, there you go, right there. There's the Ender 3 NG. It's a beta. It is a sick Core XY mod. The problem is you just there's so much you have to buy, and I wanted to do this on the cheap. You know, I wanted to do it on the cheap, but that doesn't seem to be in the works. Wait, that only I didn't know that. So I could adapt the Ender and the NG's Z system because it's just using a belt, right? Yeah, Brad. The thing is the parts for this cost me $40. $40 is all I actually have to spend building this. Interesting. I could remount this all together. Now you've got me thinking. Now you got me thinking. Huh. I'm going to download the step file for this puppy. And hopefully the step file is actually in this monstrosity of documents. Well, I like the fact that it's already got, because that's what I plan on using this dragon hot end. But dragon burner, baby. And make sure I download the manual as well. I mean, yeah. So the whole point of these projects is you can always come back to it and go, oh, I want to change that. Oh, I want to change that. As long as you have one other working printer, you can change it all day long. I forgot to follow this guy, and I forgot to put this in fun things. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is the step file should be here somewhere. And look at this. There's 71 remixes, y'all. 71. Somebody even made one out of a CR10. Talk about unstable. Holy crap. Oh, well, yeah. The 1.2. There we go. Here, add that. That's what it actually looks like. Ah, shut up, Havoc. Just shut up. I'm going to build the Duo, and we're going to see how well it runs. And then we might take it apart and make it an NG. I just don't like the fact that there's so much to buy for this thing. It just drives me insane. It's like, come on. I do like the fact that the enclosure is easy to make. There is an enclosure mod for the Duo, but it's not as easy. Didn't somebody have one of these at Rocky Mountain? I think they did. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, it's a beautiful printer. It really is. And the original designer right here, man, he knows how to do some wire organization. Look at how pretty it is. Although he does need, okay, he's got the two vent fans right there. Yeah, I know David. Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I am down for whatever. I'm willing to build whatever. Um, I, I have a love of building things and not just printing. So I can sit here, guys. I can sit here and design all I want to inside of Fusion and design some sick ass stuff, right? Then you go and print it. You print it. You're done. I will tell you this: I am not that good to design this. You built the hummingbird with extreme. That's cool. That's cool. Um, I'm going to be putting. I can't really say it right now. Damn it! There's a new hot end and extruder from that a company is making and producing the kit for that I'm going to be putting on a printer. That's all I can say. BJC K1 gantry and put it into some aluminum angle and make my own printer. That'd be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I just want to keep building. You know, I'm all for reviewing printers and stuff, but I'm more better off if I'm building stuff and reviewing stuff that people have built that they have designed and I can give positive feedback because this is a great design. I can already see design flaws in it just by looking at it. No, it doesn't rhyme with schmorbitter. No, actually, I can tell you guys. I have a Jabberwocky coming. I have a Jabberwocky kit coming. Yes, in fact, I does. And it will actually be going on the Ender 3 Max Neo temporarily until I do something with those printers. I'm thinking about replacing all of the motors in one of the Ender 3 Max Neos, leaving it as a bed slinger, or converting it over to a Core, not a Core XY. It would be a Core XZ. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. Same thing as the new damn Enders that are out there. But it's a switch wire conversion for the most part. But yeah, just looking at the NG's design, I can see a number of design flaws already built into this. Not to say that it's not a good design, but I can see design flaws. Switch wire. Yep. Have you not seen a switch wire before? Boron switch wire, Ender 3 Max, and CR10 conversion. Oh, the ultimate frame up? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. But the Voron switch wire is. Here, I'll just go to the original. Takes and converts everything over to linear rails, and the bed stays in place. Bed is hard mounted just like it is on a Core XY, but the Z and the X are the only thing moving. It is a sick conversion. It really is. Flying gantry. Yes, there you go. There it is. There's a beautiful picture of it. That one even has a stealth burner on it. But I'll be putting, yeah. And then you can fully enclose it as well. But no, yeah, the switch wire does stay a bed slinger. But it slings on the y-axis only. Yeah. Oh god dang it. Um, this is what happens when my brain stops functioning when it gets later in the evening. Boron switch wire gallery. Nope. The bed stays in one place. Well, it does have a linear rail there, but it doesn't look like it moves very much. But that's also one heck of a conversion. And what was that company out there that actually ripped off the Voron switch wire and built their own and called it their own product? I can't remember who that was. The switch wire is an open source thing, and yeah, I can't remember who that was. It is. I can't remember. My brain is fried, guys. I think it's time for me to Jesus Christ, my brain is to call it a night. Oh God, let's do this. Let's go to this screen here. There we go. And you guys can see me. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to call it a night. I am exhausted. Um, if if you guys know anything about neurological issues, nerve problems, and stuff like that, you know that a lot of times people have a certain time of day where your body starts shutting down. Mine is right about now. And the pain starts overriding the signals in my brain, making it hard to think. Thus, why I usually don't stream past 9 Eastern. So, later, everybody. Have a great evening. We'll see you again. Well, tomorrow, every morning is the game streams if you guys want to pop in over on Twitch. Same name, Captain Kern. Just twitch.tv/Captain Kern if you guys want to come chit chat when I'm playing games. And then the next Maker stream will be Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So, no, 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern, 3 my time. Told you my brain's screwed. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.